Another Gladiator done, and of course had to be on 40s. So this is Andy's 2020 JT Gladiator. On the inside, not much going on. It's a Rubicon model. Basically all you're seeing in here is that we added the SPOD, and that's for the front lockers, rear lockers, and everything that he's got going on with the accessories. So hey, take a look at the floor mats we got now. These are sweet. You see that thing? WFO, it's the pedal on the right. Get it! Anyway, of course, we went ahead with the rock slide engineering steps, and didn't want to be too tall because Andy's looking for go to the Rubicon, rock crawl, have fun, but also hop in it and, you know, go to Baja with it and enjoy a lot of quote unquote overlanding. So we kept it low. It's got 4.5-inch Metalcloak springs in it. It has our prototype Longarm. So it's basically our JL front setup, and then we just got done kind of R&D'ing this rear Longarm setup. Brackets mount up in the frame, everything's bolt in, and in this case we're using the Spyder Ultimate 60. Wanted to keep it simple, so it's just got regular coils, but we did go ahead and go with 2.5 Fox shocks, and those have these CD adjusters in there, especially because he's carrying different weights, being empty and full all the time with his overlanding slash rock crawling slash go fast kind of setup. We didn't do this stuff in the back. Andy did it already before he dropped the Jeep off, but it is cool to look at. So he went ahead and built his own risers to get the tent up high, but not any higher than the cab of the truck. And then he got this cargo system. So this holds the ARB and other tool drawers, you know, recovery gear, everything. Really nice setup for the back of the truck. Cutting board material on the tailgate. Of course, this one has the inverter built in and everything. Then he went ahead and put a water tank up here. What we did do on this is put our new JT rear bumper, which fits in there really clean, still uses the factory tow hitch if you need it. Andy's truck did not have backup sensors, so the bumper comes with little plastic plugs to cover up your backup sensors, and then obviously the steps make it nice to get up high here. Went ahead with Gen Right fenders, and I do have to give a shout out to Tony. We had the wrong fenders in the container for 3 months, and then as you know, with COVID, we went to put them on, they didn't fit. You can't just call and get another set of fenders. So I called Tony, the owner of Gen Right, and he pulled some strings, did what he had to do. He had me fenders in 3 days for the back. So we powder coated these black, no inner fender wells to make room for the 40s. Once again, COVID, out of the Nitto trail grapplers that we like to use, so we still needed a radial, so we went with the good old American Nitto Mud grapplers. Hutchinson true double beadlocks, black. Obviously there's the tan on black motif going on here. Once again in the front, the Gen Right fenders, and we did go ahead and put Gen Right's inner fenders as well. We really had to massage them to clear the 40s. And it's same with these Fox 2.5-inch shocks. And in order to get the reservoir to clear and fit in here, we tucked it just inside of the Poison Spyder front bumper, so at full lock it doesn't turn. So this thing has an ARB air compressor tucked into the inner fender, the dual compressor. It also has the PSC hydraulic assist. So as you know, these Jeeps are electronic steering, and this was a new one for us and even a new one for PSC. Being a 2020, it's different than the 2019s. So you can barely see here, here's the reservoir, and the pump is mounted down in there. This motor never had a pump on it. So it's a new belt, new bracket, and it's a custom bracket that PSC just got finished up so they can set up all you Gladiator guys. Of course, Andy went ahead and put the dual batteries in. We got the cooler tucked right into the grill. You can see it right here for the hydro assist. Fit in there nice. And then the other thing we have under the hood is the Bantum SPOD for the switches that are on the pillar. That is Bluetooth as well, the Bantum. If you look underneath, you can kind of see how we fit the hydro assist in. It is not easy on JL JTs. We actually built a whole new track bar bracket that's low profile right here to fit the ram and fit the tie rod, and then tuck the ram up as high as we can. It goes only with our custom HD tie rod. This is 2-inch quarter wall material, and the ram actually mounts to the tie rod end, not the tube. This is our heavy duty drag link as well, with rebuildable cartridges. And of course, now that you're underneath here, you can see that this does have the Spyder Ultimate Dana 60s. So it has Ultimate 60s from Dana, front and rear, with 538 gears and E-lockers. For the front bumper, Andy kept it simple. Poison Spyder, sunk the Xeon 10S down in there with some square pod lights. And one thing that, you know, with those Fox 2.5-inch shocks, it's very hard to find a good spot for the reservoir. So this was the answer, and you can still reach in here and just barely get to the knobs to adjust them. That's the best option we can come up with without doing new hoses for that thing. So all in all, 40-inch tires, basically daily driver, overlander, Rubicon, rock crawler. Hopefully Andy really likes this thing. See ya.